Aegis hungers.
Go on and clock me with that if you want.
All set. Cries of battle. This one was bound to show up, I guess. In the name of Hades, Olympus, I accept this message.
You've got quite the fighting spirit in you there, I have to say. Most intriguing, and yet no surprise for someone born in hell itself. You come on out of there and tell me all about it. I'm a fellow student of death, you see.
The War God's power.
Each time the prince delves back into the underworld, its ever-shifting chambers realign to frustrate his attempts to perhaps map it out.
Built to ensure no one gets out. We'll see about that. Right. Good, come on in. Gemstones.
Bang. Still the waters rising like a
More trouble. Good enough to eat. The underworld's power.
It has.
Zag. He's quite the chap. I'll give him that. I'll give him that. And now I'll give you this.
Took me right up.
Inside the waters rising like a ocean.
Tombstone. Just great.
Oh my goodness. Oh. fuck is this guy? It's just cool.
One less giant evil.
Stop kidding around without me, nephew. I'm here, so let's go bust you out, much like a raging river through a frail little dam.
Aqui nós temos ataque, só temos 10, só nos falta tirar e...
What?
That is far enough.
Nossa, olha
You
isso.
got me, do you?
Eu não consigo ver. Eu vou morrer, eu tô a 1 de vida, chá.
Why do I bother?
There.
Oh my fucking god, man. Steady your shadows of our eyes and like a gibberish.
Sure.
I need money. Vou buscar dinheiro.
Must be the fountain chamber I commissioned back at home.
Gosh, waste. Tô preso. Espera aqui. Oh.
A place of calm and respite, whilst perhaps unimaginable in the underworld, occasionally is to be found, in fact.
And not a moment too soon. I'll hang on to these.
tecrübe yok.
Hey, good to see you out here, mate. Looks as though you've got some fine wares up for sale, don't you? I'll pay for that. Let's see how this goes.
Let's just do that bullshit, probably. So, yes, all.
Hello, Meg.
Hello, man.
Ever stubborn, aren't you? Maybe my whip might make you reconsider
Whoa.
whatever it is that you're attempting here.
Well, yes,
Your
mommy.
whip's not been all that persuasive in the past.
Maybe persistence will pay off for both of us. Come then.
Hadi bir de bastım gittim. Olmadım. Ben ikisi nefesten anlamak mesela. One of the Game of the Years, people, let's go watch.
Drown in the river Styx.
Ah, cheers for that, Meg. Hey, welcome.
Hey, bak şimdi kaptanım.
Oh, wow, so Megara herself got you last time. That must have been intense. She's fast and strong and beautiful. And, anyway, I hope the fates are nicer to you next time.
Yeah, I hope so too.
Ah.
Olympus knows of him, bestowing on him all their worthless blessings here within my realm. Our realm. Explain to me how exactly this is possible, Nyx. Either your limitless power has considerably waned, or you are up to something.
Do not question my power, Hades. Your son was bound to be discovered the closer he came to the surface. The Olympians are pleased to know they have a distant relative and bid him welcome to their mountain. That is all. Their influence is very limited.
Blood and darkness, do not speak to me about their influence. I've seen their influence firsthand. You've made a foolish mistake.
You would speak to me of foolish mistakes. You cannot change the course that has been set. Try all you like.
Nyx. Ah,
She got you.
Hey, boy, just me again. Here to report, it's pretty dangerous out there, even without you on guard duty all the time.
The venerable Hound of Hell barely acknowledges the softly spoken prince's platitude, knowing full well the underworld is not as vigilantly guarded as in ages past.
Not everybody knows exactly how to give you pets and live to tell of it, right, boy?
The world relationship with Nicodem and final truth treasures of more art invested is ooh.
The ever-shifting chambers of the underworld ought to be a little livelier with this.
Be well.
Won't open.
You'll get the hang of it out there, lad. For all our sparring practice, there's no teacher like the real thing. Now then, I have something for you.
What?
What, wait, you're giving me your codex? I can't accept something like this.
Please, I insist. I want your love of history to grow, not just your love of warfare. Besides, maybe you can finish out the rest of it.
I'm grateful.
Codex. Ooh. Hey, oh, Hades, what is there to say about the master? Master not just of the house in which I work, but of the entirely of the domain beneath the earth, the place we all end up after we die. He is a god of character. I have to give him that. In life, I once served someone who reminded me of him a little, yet even the kingliest of mortals pale in comparison. Suffice it then to say that the Lord Hades had matters of his fate appointed that the world is utmost seriousness. Yet his meticulous veneer gives away to impatience frequently enough, especially with his only son. His resentment extends to his never-ending work, for he presides over an endless procession of the dead. The master claims he alone can tend to their affairs, but for unjustly I think expects his son support. Nix. Mother Night we like to call her, though a rare occasion when she dotes on us. She has many children to look after, many of whom reside now out in locales well beyond my reckoning, and perhaps even beyond hers. Zagreus. Take one look at him, and I think any questions of his parentage are soon resolved. He never seemed to like it much there, growing up within Lord Hades' well-appointed house. One day I took him on as a disciple under orders from Lord Hades. The master, worried that his heir lacked any firm direction in his life, and indeed Zagreus took well to the material ways, and I am proud to say now that he was my student. Charon. The Stakian boatman is a lot of things, although I am afraid he isn't much for conversation. I have tried, though perhaps not persuasively enough. Hypnos. It is said that sleep is the cousin of death. That turns out to be not quite correct insofar as the two, in fact, are brothers born of Nyx herself. The former of the two, we call him Hypnos. He whiles away half sleeping watch over the pool of six in a foyer of the house, taking stock of those arriving in a master's domain or returning to it. Megara. The ancient Fury's sister still retributions for eternity against all those whose lives unspeakably befall the lives of others. They don't seem to relish their grim work, though not so much as Megara the first among them. Olympian gods. Zeus, the master of the heavens, god among gods, so much of my mortal life was impacted by him, and now, even in death, I serve his brother. I do not think that I have much to say for the Lord Zeus, which is not widely known already. Poseidon, the master of seas, the earth shaker, brother to Lord Hades and Lord Zeus, the Lord Poseidon. I am ever grateful that while I was living he was merciful to me. Down here, however, I must say I rarely feel his influence. All of us, we are beneath him now. Athena. Of some things I am certain, and one of them is this. There were many times during my mortal life when my spirit found its mark thanks to Pallas Athena. Aphrodite. Aphrodite wields her beauty and her charm with much the same lethality as I could wield a spear. I have seen her handwork firsthand, and it is often not as pretty as she is. Artemis. Acredite, essa pura cola. Isso deve ser bom.
A gente provava.
Sim,
Eu só trouxe para a demacia e não sei o quê, e mais outras coisas.
olha, isso.
Não, era isso. Eu só trouxe para porque só para
Artemis, the goddess of the hunt, has always held my higher elevation, and like so many of the brethren of Olympus, she seems concerned with being praised at every turn by mortal beings, and she typically holds her station as the master of the natural world. Ares. Ares! Give me strength, and my soul is yours. Although my heart is long since stopped, it yet holds love in it for all the gods, save one, the one who made and ruined me as well. I have no kind words to impart to him, except perhaps in form of this concession. War, much like the heavens and the sea, can be considered as a force of nature. Dionysus. Perhaps I have to feel a kinship with this easygoing son of Zeus, for it is said that he has some mortal blood in him, not just divinity. Achilles, I see no reason to regale you with stories of my past. If I said that I fought as bravely as I could alongside many of the finest men in the world has ever known. Cerberus, a fearsome multi-headed hound of hell, is really not so bad as his deserved reputation otherwise would lead you to believe. Skelly, the animated skeleton, and we seldom get along. He is too talkative for me and spots such simple conversations to all those in earshot, seemingly as though he were an expert in the ways of war. House of Hades. Having been appointed by the fates to reign beneath the Ark of Eternity, the Master was awarded a permanent place of residence at the base of his domain, in addition to the wide variety of responsibilities to the dead. Tartarus, the lowest reaches of the underworld, are reserved not just for the Master's own abode, but for the benefit of every wretch who, in the course of drawing breath, felt every opportunity to leave any sort of positive impression behind. Asphodel, among the many reasons it is best for mortals to strive to treat each other reasonably well is that, after having lived their short lives, they may wind up stuck with one another for eternity in the meadows of Asphodel. Stygian blades. Stygius, the blade of the underworld, must have been among the finest weapons ever wielded, back when it was whole. Back when the six elder gods sealed the titans in the deepest recesses of Tartarus, the blade evidently played no small role in their success. It must have been Lord Poseidon who brandished that blade before he opted for that trident he so likes. Now the blade lies broken, survived only by its burning soul. I knew that Master Hades would pay little heed if I provided all the shattered remnants of the thing to his own son, and naturally was able to reconstitute them into something more than functional indeed. Wretched fuck. The dead in Tartarus are here in general because they did not deserve a noble death. They were knaves, scoundrels, cutthroats. The worst that mortals have to offer. Even now reduced merely to shades, they are compelled by evil thoughts and take them a brandishing about crude weapons washed down by the river Styx. Wretched witch. Practitioners of foul arts, their lives inevitably were cut short, but now continuing away within the bowels of the earth. Here, the sole remaining source of purpose that they have is to snuff out the final vestiges of life that find their way to this grim domain. Wretched love. There is an ample room in Tartarus even for these prodigious Polish entities, who doubtless were intolerable even when they lived. Now, having been reduced merely to their most base of negative impulses, these damnable wretches do their parts to help uphold the underworld's cruel reputation. Wretched pests, the ashes of the dead are cubes within the underworld, sometimes conjuring into awful little spirits keen to cause whatever strife and mischief that they can. Numbskull, this is the land of death, and if anything that lives is likely to be rather bothersome here, and a numbskull certainly fit this profile. Voracious little creatures, the Lord Hades nonetheless opted not to exterminate them all, since they do have a tendency to prey on foolish shapes who dare to leave their station. Skulomat. The hideous appearance of this mound of human-looking skulls effectively deters any who wander out into the regions of the underworld. Brimstone. The ashes of the lowest reaches of the underworld forge these terrifying crystal entities, imbued with the overflowing hatred from the answers of the damned, which gives them something much akin of life. Doomstone. So desperate are the souls to escape the realm of the dead that they plunge into the midst of Cerberus, even before their sentencing. Having thus been lost, they are never officially registered or heard from again. But there is no escape from death, even for such souls. Bloodlust. The skeletal remains of fallen warriors left with nothing but an irresistible impulse toward violence. They The burning fields of Asphodel, angering for something far beyond their capacity. Inferno Bomber, as if forged bronze is insufficient in its keen ability to put an end to life, there have been those who study the eldritch art of chemistry to fashion devastating, fiddly devices known as bombs. Slam Dancer, marauding warriors that once lived in sin and lusted after murder, now reborn beneath the earth, eternally reliving the final violent moments of their days of war and strife. Burnflinger, perhaps a titan called Prometheus would have recassated before gifting unto mortal kind the great discovery of flame, had if foreknowledge of his punishment or foreknowledge of the Burnflingers to practice their obscene art only for destruction's sake. Spreader. In life they worship the chaotic gods through profane practices beyond the knowledge of the capability of lesser souls. Gorgon. As the immortal icon of the most infamous of scourges peeled from her severed head into the earth, it trickled down into the underworld and spawned a brood of vengeful offspring. Skullcrusher. In a great and ancient war that raged between the Titans and Olympians, the brutish a Cyclops stood with the former side and deadly paid for it. Their kind has all but disappeared from Earth, though remnants still remain beneath it. Mega Gorgon. The petrifying gorgons so were feared among the living that the kings of men summoned the greatest of their heroes to dispatch them, aiming that the fickle gods desired it. Darkness. Born of chaos, the underworld is a domain of pure and utter darkness. Sometimes this dark essence becomes manifest through all the raging of the dead and all the strife that can unfold beneath the earth. Bloodstones. The world itself is alive, in a way, is it not? Even the realm of the dead. All of us here, the world with it, we float through time too, as blood flows through mortal veins. Look carefully and you shall find that there is power filling in the earth itself, and like any power it seeks to be claimed, to be held, with all this in mind, as well as due to appearance, I suppose, as bloodstones take their name. Aaron's Obol. The underworld is best known as the domain of death, but it also is the domain of countless wealth and riches sent into the river Styx along with the deceased. Centaur Hearts. These queen centaurs are well known for their unlimited endurance, and although their reign has long since passed from mortal realm above, their resolve lives on within the underworld. Bomb of Power. There is not much to eat here in the underworld, anciently speaking. A pomegranate is a rare exception, and having made its way down to these depths, perhaps alongside the Lord Hades himself when he first came to this realm aeons ago. Here, this blood-red fruit holds something of a terrifying power. Daedalus Hammer. The master artisan called Daedalus has never known a peer, so it is a little accident that the Lord Hades had selected him for all the shades residing in the underworld to do his bidding for eternity and for a hallowed place within Elysium somewhere. Stonic Key. Certain artifacts within the realm of Hades has been sealed under lock and key to prevent entering by those not yet prepared to harness their immeasurable might. Those keys, so they appear, are not easy to procure. Titan Blood. Deep within the unfathomable beast of Tartarus, whose lie the remains of the Titans, who runs all between heaven and earth. Few traces yet remain of them due to the toughness with which they were dispatched in the war waged by their offspring, the gods who now reside upon Olympus. Yet those scarce traces do exist, and a terrible power rests within. Gemstones. Mortals cherish these stones of many brilliant colors, going to lengths to excavate them from the earth, to seal them to be blunt from the wrathful domain of Master Hades. The Master also values them, for light exists in limited supply down here, and light refracted through the gemstone's facets is most valuable of all. Nectar. The drink of the gods is one of the underworld's most sought-after delicacies, and truly perhaps one of the only sources of genuine lightness here within this realm. What must that say?
Can't let you in there, lad. That's a lot of gemstones. Hey, the lounge is open.
A commemorative board adorns one of the stoic walls within the lounging area, celebrating and proclaiming the accomplishments of those who serve Lord Hades best of all.
Eu ontem estava a vir
Won't ever see my face up on that wall, I guess. Greetings, broker. Greetings, chef.
Oh, the prince himself. You want to talk to me? Me? Oh, wow. Oh, wow.
I just wanted to say, don't bother picking up my room today. I'm headed out for a while.
I have to clean the rafters.
Thanks for all your hard work.
A splendid house such as the master's own requires a great deal of cleaning, and the little Gordon seems forever doomed to do it all herself.
Gods. Who needs sleep?
Shadow presence.
I've no more darkness. I feel different. How's it going?
Hey, pal. Little tip, boyo. You find any coinage while you're out there, you be sure to pawn it off to that old Chiron. Boatman guy, use it or lose it, pal. Use it or lose it.
Thanks, mate. Note to self, always spend everything I earn instead of ever saving. Let's go, Coronoc.
The courtyard.
It's not that orderly, really. Let's see here.
Whoa! Whoa, yeah!
Time to go. Gust of air. This mark, almost like a batwing. In the name of Hades, Olympus, I accept this message.
Hey, boss. Found you. Good. Hermes, at your service. Pleasure. You are the talk of Olympus. Normally I wouldn't get mixed up, but for you, I'll be making an exception. Now, come on. We've both got places to be.
Appreciate the lift, Lord Hermes, sir. Now let's go.
Heart-seeking bow. Catch the stone called Heartseeker is certainly the finest bow ever conceived, and wielded once by one of the other Mistress Hero, who stood side by side with Zeus on better terms back then as they drove back the Titans under a storm of arrows and thunder. Rain me thunder. Hermes, one of the free-spirited substances used by to travel elves, raiders, even tricksters, youthful in spirit and appearance. He could be mistaken for a common lad, if not for his extraordinary swiftness.
More brimstones? Come.
Good.
appears that you are moving right along, almost at an uncanny pace. I wonder how you got to be so fast. Aquatic exercise?
Like it.
Phew.
Skibidi toilet, skibidi toilet, skibidi.
Heads up.
Hey, again as ever, Zag. Now you keep at it like you have been, and I bet we'll all be hanging out up here in no time flat. I'm with you all the way.
Time to feast.
This may explain why he, among the Olympians, is so well loved by mortalkind. Perhaps he loves them back, bringing to them more joy than suffering for the most part.
What's for sale?
This is it.
Which path? Come on, Doomstone.
Hera seems to bend her once weary ways. Quite understandable, for she has greater matters to attend to now. However, prepared she returns for further bloodshed.
Why, you look positively dreadful, Zagreus. That place is doing you no favors, I can tell. Luckily, I'll do you favors aplenty.
Damned lost souls with nowhere left to turn congregate in deepest Tartarus, where they fuse together with the earth itself into odious forms which defy description.
They basically turn into big crystals. This to unlock a weapon. I don't think so. Mine. Do not mess with me right now. All set. Whose favor to choose?
Well chosen, little Hades.
Zag, I can take a jest, ask anybody, but when it comes to competition here, it's not a laughing matter. Do you understand me, man?
Sorry, Dionysus, mate. Let's give him a show.
My god, ela toma essa botão, what the fuck?
Hate to sour the occasion like this, Zag. What was I supposed to do?
Someday I'll go even farther.
Oh, hey there, Dusa. How's your endless toil treating you?
Mr. Hypnos, do you maybe think that you could, keep an eye on the procession line before Lord Hades, like you were supposed to?
Oh, that's no problem. I can definitely do that. I'll just add it to the list.
Good, then. Glad we had the chance to chat. Now, maybe get some sleep or something. You look pretty beat.
Get on it, Hypnos.
He's back already, Cerberus. Just as I indicated.
I'm standing right here, Father.
I'm sorry he disturbed your rest again, Cerberus. You've done a good job. The realm is well defended still to the high standard that you set.
How's everything been going lately, boy? What's the good word?
The Underworld Prince's casual inquiry serves but to frustrate the Infernal Hound, as none of his three heads possess the gift and curse of speech.
You don't like it when I pet your other heads, huh? No.
Seek pity someplace else.
You have met most of your Olympian relatives by now, child. Although the power of their blessings is fleeting here, they shall continue to support you as long as necessary.
They all still think I'm headed to join them on Olympus. That's why they're helping me.
They are helping you because you are family. Family with whom they do not yet have a complicated past.
It's getting complicated pretty fast. Achilles, sir. I got a relic of some sort out there. A globule of ancient blood which formed after I fought with Megara. Is this really the Titan's blood I found?
As far as I know, yes, lad, that it is. Though whose exactly, I'm not so sure. You'd best hang on to it and keep it safe. Your weapons, they shall thirst for it and drink it up. Not yet, perhaps, but soon.
Well, I wasn't about to drink it.
I buried far too many of them and sent many others to this place where now at last we all our peers. I am fortunate that a master of the house took pity upon me and spared me from eternal boredom in Elysium with an existence closer to the times when I still lived and had a job to do. Yet his meticulous veneer gives away impatience frequently, and especially with his only son. His recent annexation is never-ending work for his pride. He sides over an endless possession of the dead. A master clemency alone. Eu já tinha ouvido isto, coitado.
Moaning and groaning. No use.
Not permitted there.
You stay away from there.
No time to rest.
The lounging area within the House of Hades is a dismal place to be, in spite of its intended purpose to enliven the house's grim inhabitants.
It's better than nothing. I want to go lie down.
Oh.
It is the dead of night, or the approximation of it in the realm of Hades. Prince of the Underworld, Zagreus, rises from a fitful slumber, with much mischief on his mind.
Mischief? Me? I was just going to have a little look through Father's stuff.
All is quiet at this time. Ever-dreaming Hypnos put a spell upon the house, as willful Zagreus had asked of him. All are fast asleep, save for the prince. It is exactly as he planned.
Lower your voice, old man. I'm trying to be sneaky here.
He ventures toward the stately throne of his lord father, half expecting to be
Eles estão
caught,
sem jantar ainda.
but ill
No,
expecting
lo
what he is
quería
about to
conocer.
find.
I said, shut up, old man.
Acho que não, to nie descobrimy też. A no tak, tu przekład to pasuje. Só que eu não tenho ciúmes para fazer já a maratona de...
He does not know exactly what he seeks. He only knows that something always has felt off to him, that he does not belong. Who is he, really? Lord Hades never would indulge such questions, so Prince Zagreus would find out for himself.
I'm not listening.
He rifles through his Lord Father's possessions. There is not much of any import there. Ledgers and administrative parchment work. Correspondence from Olympus which he had ignored. No trace of any reference to his son. But then, there is the note. Written finally in a hand and voice the likes of which the prince had never seen or heard.
Hades, I can no longer tolerate my life here in this place. So I'm leaving, even if it kills me. I won't be returning to Olympus. If there is a place where I belong in this world, it must be somewhere between heaven and hell. Perhaps it's on the coast and has a little garden. Take care of Cerberus. I shall miss him.
Thus did Prince of the Underworld Zagreus absorb the contents of this hidden letter, written in his mother's hand.
His mother's hand? My mother's hand? Wait, what? You're saying this Persephone, that she's my mother? But Father always said that Nyx was that liar. He lied to me. They both did. All my life.
Thus did the prince discover, inadvertently, the well-kept truth about his lineage. Entirely by chance, this did occur. Persephone, the one-time queen of all the underworld. Where had she gone? And why? Engulfed by newfound questions and his rage, the prince decided to confront his lord and master.
You... why? You're... Nyx, you're not my mother. All this time, you and my father, you lied to me?